That is the goal, and I really don't want to miss that. It's kind of becoming real that each chapter finished is one chapter closer to the end.
I'm never writing alone.
I don't feel myself crying.
I don't know what to say. It's like head empty, just want to write, just want to get it done.
That's going to require some more thought in revision, but I don't have the brain cells for it right now. Hi everyone, my name is Anna. I'm a fantasy writer who sometimes makes videos. Welcome to a writing vlog. Today is February 7th and we'll just get on into it. I've been on a little bit of a semi-writing hiatus since about Christmas time. That was fine, that was needed, but I'm starting to get back into my book, so it's time to pick up the camera. So in January we had COVID and I'm still dealing with some health issues, but I did write here and there while we were sick and during January, so I did finish Act 2. I finished Act 2, yay! Each chapter took a lot of thought and brainstorming and quite a lot of zero drafting from me. A big event has happened that brings more characters together. We're in a new situation. The power dynamics have flipped. Okay. I like using this book by Martha Alderson, Writing Blockbuster Plots, and she calls this piece the crisis. So it's a little bit like Dark Night of the Soul, but I like the way that she talks about it. The crisis is where the energy of the story reaches its highest point so far. The protagonist is forced to see themselves clearly for the first time. Will they ignore the wake-up call, or will they grow and change as a result of the crisis? The crisis has just happened, and now my character is kind of going through that processing period. Really excited for her to take an active role and kind of be mischievous and lying and doing everything that she can possibly think of to flip the script. I don't know if finishing by the end of February is realistic, but I definitely want to finish by the end of March. I told Luke a long time ago that I was going to finish this and give it to him in March. That is the goal, and I really don't want to miss that. Doing the zero draft felt very hollow, and this feels like like I did a really hard thing. So I'm definitely going to celebrate when I finish this book. Yeah, that's it. So here we are, and I don't have that much to change. I finished chapter 23. Dun, 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 dun. And that's about it. End of Act 2 ended up falling here at the end of chapter 22. So yeah, 23 was the first chapter in Act 3. I don't know how many chapters this is going to end up being. Just trying to get each chapter to round about 3,000 words and just trying to end it kind of where it feels right, where there's a little bit of a tense note or a cliffhangery note that will lead into the next chapter. All of a sudden, this board is mostly full, and I don't know when that happened, but it's kind of cool. Past 75K. Oh my gosh.
Come on.
Oh my god.
Why is it not doing it?
little update. My last writing session was 2 days ago and went really well. I did some sprints on Discord, and that definitely pushed me to keep going even though it was late at night and I was tired. I also took some time to bullet point kind of what the next couple of beats was going to be, so I feel like I have a little bit of a roadmap for this section. A third character is in the mix, and it's also the section where my protagonist is taking the power back and using any trick up her sleeve to try and turn things around, taking everything that she knows about the villain and thinking about how she can use it to her advantage. And so it's really exciting to finally get to this part of the book where I can write her being successful, getting a little bit of what she wants, because the whole rest of the book has not been that way. I think when I tell myself I have to write every day, I get burnt out. This month I've just been thinking a lot about how to balance myself as a person. Making sure that I make time to read, making sure that I make time to work on my painting. I'm a full-time employee, 9 to 5, and so my evenings are very precious, and I think if I spend every single night writing, I get very antsy and I start to feel bad about the other areas of my life that maybe I've left lacking. Yeah, my last writing session was 2 days ago, so today's writing day. It's starting to feel really good to check off chapters now that I'm getting towards the end. It's kind of becoming real that each chapter finished is one chapter closer to the end. I have no idea where this book is going to fall word count wise. It's at 77,000 right now, and I have no clue if it's going to end up, you know, just scratching 90K or if it's going to be 110. It's really hard for me to tell. I know where the story's ending, and I think it's going to end in the right place. It is a little cliffhangery, but hopefully it doesn't feel that abrupt. I think arcs will feel complete, but you'll still need the sequel.
Hi everyone, I'm going to try and use this headphone mic to see if I can fix the echoey, horrible sound of me talking in this office. So, is this better? Thoughts? I feel like it makes me look like I'm in an iPod commercial from 2008. The exciting thing that I mostly just want to talk about is the fact that my draft is 80K words now, which officially makes it the longest thing that I've ever written. It feels gigantic, it feels ginormous. I've just been in a good groove writing most days of the week, and I've been night writing, which has been really interesting. I really don't feel like I have a good time night writing. Like I can do it, but it's really a struggle to get my brain to focus at the end of the day. Like I really just want to go into potato mode so badly, and I usually can't be bothered to do anything. Sprints on Discord have really been motivating me. I'm never writing alone. If it was just me alone, I don't think I'd be getting anything done. Really, there's just no way I would have gotten to 80K without the writing buds that I've made here on AuthorTube. And I want to, you know, talk more about that in the future, but it's just really hitting me that I'm getting to the end. It's happening. I can really count on one hand the number of chapters I think I have left. I think I'm going to finish chapter 25 here in my next writing session. I don't think that's going to be tonight because I wrote 2 days in a row, so I think I need a night to kind of refill the well a little bit. Yeah, 25 will be behind me shortly, and I think it's going to wrap up before 30 chapters. I think it's going to fall somewhere in the 28, 29 range. Tonight I am going to read some Twilight and just chill because we're doing the live show discussion for the Nostalgia Train book club. I really need to get cracking. I think I'm just about to start the blood type chapter, so looking forward to that. The writing itself, I'm not sure how I feel about it. It's definitely feeling a little bit cringe with a capital C sometimes. My characters kind of have an will they, won't they, on again, off again, kind of I hate you, I love you kind of thing, and they're in an you betrayed me and I hate you phase. It's a balance that I still don't know how to strike, that I think I'm going to have to learn in revision between writing angst that is not too over the top. I don't really believe in the quality of the words, but the plot is coming together, everything is kind of tying up, which I am having a lot of fun with. My whole MO for this draft was I am not allowed to skip things. I'm not allowed to skip a scene, even if it's hard, if I don't really know what's going to happen, if I feel stuck. I make myself write it. Even if I have to take like 3 days off to avoid it, I have to eventually come back and write it. Even if I underwrite it severely, I have to write it. I'm really proud of myself for doing that this whole 80K. I have not skipped a scene. Actually, I don't think that's true. I think I might have skipped a little bit in the middle, but we'll come back to that. For the most part, I have not skipped any scenes, and I wish I had done that in my 0 draft. I think that's my biggest lesson learned. Any draft would have been better if I hadn't skipped scenes, because even if I go into it not knowing what's going to happen, I come up with ways to tie things together as I'm getting through the scene. And I've made so many little connections that I just couldn't have expected, even doing the most detailed of outlines. But I'm starting to kind of understand that I'm going to finish this book soon. And I don't know if I'm really... I don't think it's really hitting me.
Okay, hello. Sorry for the darkness. It is 8:30 at night. I guess this is the low point of the vlog where I always come to you in a sweater looking grubby telling you that I'm not doing so well. Yeah, I mean, it's fine. It's fine. I just haven't been writing the past couple days. I've mostly just been reading Twilight. I think that was fine because I really didn't have the brain for it this weekend. I had an MRI yesterday on Monday for my kidney. For several days before, I was really nervous. I had to do an MRI with a couple of tests on top of it. And I was really nervous about what it was going to show. I got the report today, and when I got the email, I just had to lay down on the couch because I got so dizzy. My heart just started racing. It kind of is what it is. I still have to talk to the doctor and get him to actually break it down for me, but from what I can tell, nothing has really changed, and it's still malfunctioning. So, yeah. I don't feel myself crying. I'm trying to focus on the positive and just be really happy that my other organ inflammation is apparently gone. So I'm not dealing with anything else in addition to this. And I don't have anything that's incurable, so I really have a lot to be grateful for. It's just not where I wanted to be in March when I've been sick since January. But with all that being said, I really don't want to have this derail my writing any further. So I'm gonna get back to it. Let's see. I think I'm just about to finish chapter 25. I think I can finish chapter 25 tonight. Finally, it was a big one. I kind of agonized over the scenes and did a lot of tweaking. Then I need to make a decision about 26, because 26 is this scene that has always been in the book, even when it was a sci-fi novel, which I kind of talked about in my last video. There was always a chapter where they would be trekking across a desert, kind of trying to survive. And now that I'm at that point, I'm thinking about skipping it. Like cutting it out of the book, not skipping it, but like, does this really need to be here? And am I gonna kill my darling, basically? Do we really need to see that when what's really important is what's on the other side of the desert? It's all kind of denouement from the end of chapter 26 on. So I think it might mess up the pacing a little bit if I'm kind of having them slog through a desert. Okay, you promised me Dairy Queen. Oh, I didn't say that right.
Dairy Queen.
Dairy Queen.
You promised me Dairy Queen.
You promised me Dairy Queen at 1,000 words written tonight, which I did.
Yep.
And then what did you say?
I said, write 250 more.
And
just
I did
do it.
I'm zooming in on the Oreo blizzard.
Is that what you're getting?
What? I need something small. Okay, I'm filming in front of my bookshelf in an attempt to give you something new to look at. Things have been, chugging along. I haven't really talked to the camera in a couple days. I've been processing, buffering. I've been thinking. Got the news about my kidney and I needed a few days to mull it over. I have another test on Wednesday that I'm pretty nervous about, but writing has been a good distraction. I'm still writing the climax right now. I've been having a tough time and suddenly writing it has made me very anxious and I don't really know why. You've been working so long to get to a scene that when you get there, it's like you're so afraid of writing it wrong. And suddenly I'm like a deer in headlights and I'm so fixated on the possibility that I'm gonna just do it all wrong. And I'm sure I will because it's, only the second draft. Okay, this is Luke's first ever shot at creme brulee.
We have a... Sounds good. Should I try crack
good.
it?
Go for it.
Whoa! All right. I hope it's okay. Oh, no, it's pretty soupy. Very good.
Woo!
I'm laying on my hammock and an owl just landed on that branch over there. It's huge. Oh my gosh.
Okay, today is Saturday, March 12th. Wow, it was a rough week. But I have been writing. I wrote a few days this week. Just really trying to get through the last few chapters of this book and getting through this section that I'm going to shrink down quite a lot, which I think I talked about, where I really just don't think it's necessary anymore, and it's slowing down the denouement quite a lot. So I finished up my climax, and I'm shortening up this denouement and just trying to get to the place where the book is going to finish, the location. And it feels crazy. I had a really good writing session this morning. I'm trying to get 1,000 words every time I sit down, and so I was good and did that. And finally finished the end of that climax chapter that I was just really struggling with all week. Usually my chapters are about 3,000 words, and this one just kept going and going and going and going, and the action just never stopped. Like, I just never really found a good place to end it. I have 28 still to write, and I guess 29 will be the wrap-up chapter. I have no idea how I'm going to end the book, to be honest. So I think 29 is going to be the last chapter. So I have 28 and 29 left. That's it. Which I think is really funny because I wrote 30 out on the board just as a guess. I was really just estimating based on how long roughly I wanted the book to be. And it's kind of ending up right at almost 30 chapters, which is kind of funny. I don't know what to say. It's like head empty, just want to write, just want to get it done. The desire to skip has been enormous, and I gave in a little bit and wrote a little bit of chapter 28 just so I could do something, and then I made myself go back and finish 27, but it's kind of all downhill from here. I do feel like the hard part is over. Hard part's over. Yeah. So we can actually call chapter 27 done. My fear is that it is so underwritten. That chapter is really only about 1,300 or 1,400 words, I think, and most of my chapters are about 3,400. That's going to require some more thought in revision, but I don't have the brain cells for it right now. I feel like I am dragging myself to the end. Just clawing my way through these last couple of chapters, and I think the thing that's really getting me is that I have tendonitis in my hand. I think it's tendonitis. I have something going on with my wrist. I just want to stand there with my arm hanging like a noodle, putting my brace on. I've had it on most of the morning. I was good. Normally I would stop writing for a couple days to just try and give my wrist a break, but I just want to be done. I've been working so hard on this so constantly for the past couple of weeks that I have like that NaNoWriMo manic energy where you get to the end and you're running on fumes and you're like, is anything I'm writing even in English? I don't know. Quality is definitely declining, but I know that's because the end really wasn't written in my previous drafts, so this is really my first crack at getting every single plot beat down. I don't have any ideas for how to end the book other than on a massive cliffhanger. For this draft, I might just end it on the cliffhanger and leave it for draft 3 me. For now, I just need the end to exist. It doesn't have to be perfect. I'm trying not to be anxious about all the things that I know are missing from this draft, the political conspiracies and machinations that are going to drive everything going forward, and there's a lot of weaving in of all my ideas that still are not there. I know that the draft itself is very flat, so I'm very torn about whether this is the right time to give it to an alpha reader. I also am tired of not being able to talk to him about it because Luke has a brain for story. I think mostly it's just my fear of judgment. Right now I just have to laser focus on chapter 28 and then I will be free. It's bright and early and I need some coffee. So let's go on my coffee run. I still have one chapter left. It was just a bad pain week for my kidney, which meant that it's like this falling cascade of bad. When I have a lot of abdominal pain, I just want to sit on the couch with my heating pad, which means that when I'm working from home, I'm working from the couch on my laptop, which inflames my wrist, and then my wrist hurts and I just become depressy Jessie, and I didn't do anything this week. But the good news is that this weekend is the World Wide Writeathon. I'm really excited for this write-a-thon and just really hyped for it. And so I just, forgave myself for having a bad week and decided that it would just be fun to finish it during the write-a-thon on stream with my friends. It's early on Saturday morning. The first streams have kicked off, and I am going to go get some coffee for Luke and I, and then probably hop onto March's stream and get started. Okay, coffee has been acquired. We only go here when it's like special treat because these oat milk lattes are like $6. But they're so good, and it seems like it's becoming a write-a-thon tradition for me, so had to go there this morning. Let's run home because I did sleep in. I did not wake up for the opening ceremony, so my FOMO is already like, ah! I'm confident that over the span of the write-a-thon I can get this one chapter done, and it's gonna feel really good to do it during the write-a-thon. So we have our coffees, we have our fuel.
Is this Norwegian, Steve?
Yeah, chalet. That's Jello. But also the chalet.
But what I gather from that voice message I left myself is that I have road rage. Oh, nice.
I can see that for you.
I feel like you should do it with
Hi, how's it going? I have one scene left in my book. I would love to, if possible. I'm definitely gonna finish it, either on this stream or on Caitlin's stream later. But I'm really hoping I'll be good and do it now.
Welcome to the World Wide Writeathon. We are productivity sprint 4, I think. Yes.
Yes.
Hope you're all having a good writeathon. I asked some of my favorite people to be here, but they couldn't, so I invited these bitches.
Hi everyone, my name is Anna Robbins. I make the occasional video here on YouTube every now and then about the process of rewriting my first fantasy book. And y'all, I think I'm going to finish it on the stream today.
She can't hear us.
Sorry, I'm good. I fixed it.
We were just
and congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Oh my
People were
gosh.
very
I-
congratulatory.
Tore through the end of that scene, like so underwritten. The pressure of like writing it in, I think I looked up and there were 8 minutes left, so I was just like, it feels surreal. I kind of want to see how long the whole draft is as a whole. The draft is 90,399, which is awesome because I really wanted to break 90K. So holy crap!
Size queen. Well, that's so cool. Congratulations. And you get to cross off that bingo board.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for sprinting with me and streaming with me because I probably would have put it off for another week if it wasn't Writeathon week.
Sasha Green, I love being on streams where huge milestones are hit. Love it. Yeah. That must be so cool to have like video evidence of, oh, that time I finished my first rewrite.
Oh my
Thank you
God.
so much for being here, gals. Toodaloo.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you, Steve.
Thank you guys.